Welcome to Mind in the Mirror. In a world constantly demanding our attention, chasing validation, and showcasing curated lives, have you ever truly paused and wondered, who are you when all of that fades away? Not the one in your Instagram stories, not the voice in your work meetings, not even the person your loved ones think they fully understand. Who are you in silence? Who are you when the room is empty, the lights are off, and the only audience is you? Welcome to Mind in the Mirror, a space for reflection, authenticity, and raw honesty. Today's journey begins with one of life's deepest questions: who are you when no one's watching? Let's take a deep dive into identity, masks, truth, and the quiet version of ourselves that rarely gets a spotlight. Part 1. The daily performance. From the moment we wake up, we start acting. We wear clothes and behave in ways that show a certain image. We smile even when we don't feel like it and choose our words carefully. It's so normal we don't notice. But much of our daily life is like a performance. You might be a helpful coworker, a funny friend, or a stylish person online. These parts are real, but only pieces of who you are. Cleaner, safer versions others accept. Irving Goffman, a sociologist, said, "Life is like a stage. You're the actor and the world watches. You change how you act depending on who's around. But if you keep changing, how do you know who you really are? Is there a true you that stays the same no matter who's watching?" Part 2. Sartre and the fear of true freedom. Jean-Paul Sartre, a French thinker, said, "Many of us lie to ourselves. We pretend we have no choices, saying things like, 'I have to do this,' or 'this is just who I am.' But actually, we are choosing all the time." Sartre believed real freedom is scary because it means taking full responsibility. You can't blame your past or your situation. You are the one who shapes your life every day. We hide behind labels like, "I'm shy," or "I'm not creative," because it feels safer than facing the truth that we can change and grow. For Sartre, being real means accepting that we're always changing. That idea is powerful, but also a little scary. Part 3. The mirror test. Animals and humans. Have you heard of the mirror test? Scientists use it to see if animals recognize themselves. They put a mark on the animal's face and show them a mirror. If the animal tries to touch the mark on their own face, it means they know it's them. Animals like chimps, dolphins, elephants, and some birds pass this test, but humans do more. We don't just see ourselves, we think about it, judge ourselves, and sometimes doubt what we see. Have you ever stared at your reflection until it felt strange? That shows that you aren't always the same. Who we are changes with our thoughts, feelings, and memories. The mirror doesn't just show your face. It shows how you feel inside and how you see yourself, and that changes all the time. Part 4. The many selves we inhabit. Carl Jung, a well-known psychiatrist, said we all have many parts inside us. There's the side we show others, the hidden shadow, the inner child, the critic, the wise voice, and more. We're not just one person, we're a mix of different voices. Sometimes these parts clash. You might want to be honest but also not hurt someone. You might want attention but feel scared to open up. The problem is when we say, "This is who I am," and forget all the other sides. The truth is, you are many things. You have different feelings and thoughts. Noticing and understanding them helps you truly know yourself. Part 5. Zen Buddhism and the Vanishing Self. Eastern philosophy, especially Zen Buddhism, sees the self very differently. It says the idea of a fixed self is just an illusion. When you meditate, you start to see that thoughts come and go, feelings rise and pass. So if all of this keeps changing, what is the real you? Zen teaches us not to chase a solid identity. Instead, just sit with the present moment. Breathe. Notice what's happening without judging it. You are not your thoughts. You are the one watching them. And that's freeing. If you're not stuck being one thing forever, you can grow and change anytime. So instead of asking, "Who am I?" try asking, "What am I feeling or noticing right now?" Part 6. The Digital Mirror. Social media and the Fragmented Self. Social media has become our modern mirror, but it's a tricky one. We now live in a world where we perform all the time. We post only the best pictures, clever captions, and perfect moments. It's not always real. It's made to impress. The problem is, we start to believe this online version of ourselves is who we truly are. If a post doesn't get likes, we feel bad. If people don't react how we hoped, we start to question ourselves. Social media doesn't just show us, it changes us. Slowly, we stop living for ourselves and start living for likes, followers, and approval. And when we focus too much on what others think, we lose touch with our true self. The question becomes, what do they want me to be, instead of, who am I really? Part 7. When the Noise Fades. Meeting the quiet self. So how do we get back to our true self, the quiet one that's not trying to impress anyone? We need stillness. Stillness doesn't mean being lazy or doing nothing. It's a peaceful space where your real self can breathe. When you sit quietly, no phone, no music, no distractions, you might feel bored at first, but stay there. Soon, thoughts and feelings will start to show up. That's your real self talking. Try writing during this time. Ask yourself, what am I feeling? What am I avoiding? Just write without judging it. That voice is your truth. Even 5 minutes of silence each day can help you feel more like you. Calm, clear, and real. Part 8. The Role of Pain in Self-Discovery. Strangely, pain often helps us see who we really are. During heartbreak, failure, or loss, we stop pretending. We're too tired to act. What's left is the real, raw us. It's scary, but it's honest. Hard times don't feel good, but they clear away the noise. They make us think, help us grow, and open our hearts. Think about the hardest moment in your life. Didn't it teach you something? Maybe you found strength, saw what truly matters, or met a side of yourself you didn't know before. Pain doesn't lie. It helps us hear our true voice. Part 9. Integration. Aligning the public and private self. The goal isn't to drop all your roles. Being a parent, partner, leader, or friend is real and important, but the key is to connect these roles with your true self, to make sure the person others see isn't far from who you really are inside. Ask yourself, am I honest with the people around me? Do I share what I really need? Do I live by my values even when no one is watching? True balance means honoring your quiet self, even in busy places. It means being you, not just a role. It means letting the whole, real you be seen, and seeing yourself clearly too. Part 10. The Practice of Remembering. Self-awareness isn't a place you reach, it's something you practice. Some days you'll feel connected, other days you might feel lost. That's normal. The important thing is to remember to pause, breathe, and think. Try small habits that help you come back to yourself. Take a phone-free walk in the morning, write in a journal before bed, meditate for a few minutes. Talk to yourself kindly, not harshly. The more you do this, the easier it is to stay true to yourself. Over time, your calm, honest self becomes your steady guide. Final reflection. Who are you when you start watching? So, who are you when no one's watching? Not your job, your style, or your online profile, but you that quietly sees everything. Maybe you're still figuring it out, and that's okay. You're not a finished thing. You're a work in progress. You're full of contrasts, happiness and fear, bravery and doubt, reason and dreams. The real you isn't something you have to become, but something you learn to let be. Let yourself be quiet. Let yourself be honest. Just be present. Closing message. This is Mind in the Mirror, a space for honest thought, quiet truth, and deep reflection. If this spoke to you, share it with someone who's also searching. And remember, pause, listen, and come home to yourself. We'll see you in the next reflection. Until then, stay curious, stay honest, stay present. Also, don't forget to subscribe to Mind in the Mirror. Your inward journey deserves company.